Today, we're diving into one of the most crucial aspects of any successful endeavor, project planning. Whether you're managing a small team or a massive initiative, planning sets the foundation for everything that follows. So, why is project planning so important?
Right. It's almost like building a house. You wouldn't start without a blueprint, right? Project planning is that blueprint. It helps identify goals, resources, and timelines. Without it, you're basically setting yourself up for confusion and mistakes.
Exactly. So, let's talk about the key components of a project plan. For me, it always starts with defining the scope. You need to know exactly what you're trying to achieve. If you don't, the project can quickly spiral out of control.
Totally agree. A clear scope helps avoid scope creep, which can drain time and resources. What about the timeline? I think one of the hardest things to get right is estimating how long tasks will actually take.
That's true. You always want to be optimistic, but sometimes things take longer than expected. A good approach is to add some buffer time to each phase of the project. What's your take on risk management? How do you approach potential problems early on?
I like to identify potential risks up front, like budget overruns or delays in deliverables. Once they're on your radar, you can build mitigation plans to reduce their impact. It's like having a backup parachute just in case something goes wrong.
That's a great analogy. And what about communication? In my experience, the success of a project depends a lot on how well the team communicates. Do you think that's where most projects fail?
Absolutely. Without strong communication, even the best laid plans can fall apart. Regular updates, clear expectations, and feedback loops are key. No one likes to be left in the dark, especially when they're working toward the same goal.
Agreed. And speaking of feedback, how do you handle changes during a project? Things rarely go exactly as planned, so adapting is crucial. How do you manage adjustments without derailing the project?
Flexibility is key. I make sure that any changes are reviewed and assessed for their impact on the timeline, budget, and scope. If the change is necessary, it's about recalibrating and making sure the team stays aligned. You can't just make random adjustments without considering the bigger picture.
Right. And once a project is wrapped up, it's crucial to reflect on what went well and what didn't. Post-project reviews can give invaluable insights for future planning.
Exactly. It's all about learning and improving. If you don't review your projects, you're missing a huge opportunity for growth.
So, to wrap it up, good project planning isn't just about having a detailed timeline or checklist. It's about aligning goals, managing risks, keeping communication open, and adapting when necessary. If you get those right, the rest usually falls into place.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hopefully, some of these tips will help you tackle your next project with more confidence. Thanks for listening.